Okay, hold on, y'all. Hey, everybody. I do not want a green screen. No. What is it? I'm just playing around with this thing, y'all. But anyway, okay. Hey, everybody. Let me get back into why I tapped in tonight. I haven't seen you guys in a while. You know how we do. Uh, we follow divine guidance over here. Not that no one else does. But not they don't. But in this collective, we just have a different way of going about how we take care of our business. Since it is an elite group of you guys that I tap into. Okay, somebody's name could be Chris, the color brown could be significant. Okay, somebody's name could be Donna. Okay, um, there could be a Scorpio that's significant. Well, anyway, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I have been getting so many downloads, and of course, um, because of who we are and the number of um, us that are like in this particular group, we have to move differently because we're in the North Node and we are learning how to drive, and our influence, regardless of what you see in numbers or whatever, it is great. The influence that is being bestowed upon us because of the vessel being allowed to use ourselves as a vessel. Okay, that's what I'm going to go into tonight. I am Tangela, of course, your lady and high priestess, and we love the Lord, and the Lord loves us. Okay, whoever that is in your life, that may be you. We are part of the body here. Okay, here in Valerian. So, like, you guys, I got a lot of different downloads here. So, since we haven't chilled in a while, let's just get right on into the nitty gritty of it. Okay, this last demonic energy that has came into the atmosphere, we have had a major breakthrough. Okay, we have entered into a new portal of abundance. Okay, you guys. Um, and I know we've pushed through this wave because we move as a collective group, no matter what function we are or what member we are on the body. Can I write down your name? Oh, okay. Hi. But anyway, so as a collective group, as a body. So the downloads have been coming in as this breakthrough has been happening, you guys, while the transformation has been taking place, you guys. The messages have been coming in. Okay. Uh, the ancestors are speaking. God bless you, Julia. Have been speaking. Okay. I only speak whenever I am being pushed to do so. So I was being pushed to do so now. And so I'm like, okay, I got to step back in the skin that I'm in, which is my confidence, and do what God. Hello, Marcelo. Thank you um, for the compliment. Yes. Okay. So, you guys, I got a couple odd messages. Okay. I'm going to get in the flow, you guys. I'm going to get in the flow. Something about you don't know who they are and why they would be doing this. Okay, so you guys don't know who these people are and why are they doing the things that they're doing, because you are an elite group of divine soldiers, okay, that do a lot of spiritual work and have great influence. I don't care if you were in a basement right now. If you do something and it only looks like 30 people are watching it, if you sit back and just look and pull yourself back, you will see a wave. You cause a wave of people to veer because you're driving, and that's a powerful place to be. Okay, but it's a very heavy responsibility, so we are taking this job seriously. Okay, and again, it says you don't no idea who these people were. You had no idea who these people were. You don't know who some of these people are. Okay, something about a liar or a scam artist here in the energy, you guys, and your breakthrough. out of your head. You got some of you have been stuck in your head because of the spiritual warfare that's been sent your way. This demonic entity that we had to break, that we had to bind, okay? That had been jumping from situation and situation and stirring up nothing but chaos and conflict in our lives. We have defeated it as a body, okay? Because this demonic entity would come in disguise as one of our ancestors or one of those of the high vibrational light, and then it would get us into a place of vulnerability, and then trigger us, and we would react, and we wouldn't understand why we would be reacting in the way we did, and we would have impulsive behavior, and we would say things and then later on regret some of the things that we may have said. But the Holy Spirit has reassured me, even though this demonic entity was causing you to try to make you feel like you were freaking out, you were going backwards or whatever, you were being pushed, okay, to come back into your body, because somebody was trying to walk in your energy, in your skin, so that you were feeling outside of yourself, okay? And only in certain situations would you be able to embody your natural energy, okay? And this energy also, it also got into people to make them want to make you be quiet. They don't want you to be excited about anything. They want you to hear about them and their journeys as they're helping each other, okay? But we peep the game. But this is not about that. This particular, I forgot what I even named it, but you guys, I thought I was going to, it was like in the download ended up being 3 pages. So we're going to go through it. Okay. This is a channeling here. Okay. And this is for the brothers. Brothers, I know why you have pretended to behave while still playing in my face. Okay. So this is coming from Gillian. Gillian has been observing the brothers, and I'm gonna let him take over again in this channeling here. This is just a part of what's going on. Here we go. Once again, he said, brothers, I know why you have pretended to behave, be on course, act like you're doing what you are supposed to do, while still not taking full responsibility, and then trying to backdoor the divine feminine once again and step into her shoes, because you refuse to give up these worldly things, okay? You play puppet master behind the scene. You play the oppressed victim, okay? But you're just a sleeping lion who got stripped of his courage. You have played in my face, okay? Where's my gold? Okay? Divine and feminine, we're here to reap. Where is our gold? We like gold shit. Okay. This part of the channeling might not be for everybody, so you can tune out, and then you can probably come back in when he get through rapping and stuff to the brothers, okay, and the sisters as well, the daughters of Zion. But this really prefers to the brothers here, okay, because they know what I'm talking about. My money, you keep investing it and losing it. You must not know that I recognize each one of you, each spirit that you inhabit that has surrounded me. You keep investing my money and losing it. You are so terrified. You try to use my sons of the divine, two spirited light. Those who understand what that is, they know what that is. To stand against me, to fight, while using them as another tool to fight and take from the divine feminine light, to emulate with no remorse. Neither do they look back and give what has been ordered. None of you are exempt. Where is my shit? I'm about to start setting fires and raging storms around this bitch. Okay, this is not me, you guys. This is Gillian. This is the channel, and I'm gonna start bringing you the channels like how they've been given to me. Okay, because I have to read them because it's not me. Who, brothers, tell. What did he say? Brothers, tell. Um, hold on, y'all. Oh, it says, brothers, tell the newbies that this is nothing to be played with. I'm not, and when I see who all made their final decision, this is what the spirit has been waiting for. He said this is what he's been waiting for. I don't know why I'm embarrassed to speak this channeling. It's not my words, okay? Get back into the seriousness of it, okay? Because it is. It's okay. You made your decision. He wants you to make your decision because he's waiting to set fires and rage storms. The chance to set fires and show you what a bully really is, I'm taking no less than 20%. And a gift must be presented. You think I would rather settle for pennies? Brothers, on the 27th, there will be no more petitions given. I get to show you what you wanted because you couldn't just move on and take your losses. Should have done that. Okay, ish. All right. It's saying, okay, let me see if this is a part of it because I was just writing. And I knew where this part was, you guys. So I'm trying to just work with me here, okay? Um, so basically Gillian is coming in and telling y'all it's 20% um stuff gonna be burning up. No more negotiation. 27th is the last date. This is Palladian shit. So yeah. Okay, so you get divine feminine, you getting back your confidence in the blink of an eye, just like that overnight. Divine feminine, divine masculine, okay? And you will use this energy um to talk to the collective, okay, not the body snatchers, because they refuse to make even the relationships right with you guys. So the body snatchers even refuse to make the relationships right with you guys. So yeah, okay, so because they refuse to even do that and not giving back what they had stolen, no apologies, no acknowledgement, okay, um no one stood up for you at all, divine feminine, in no capacity. Okay, that's why Gillian is here with his demands. Okay, they want you to be calm and quiet. Okay, they do not want you to talk. Okay, so that's why I do it even if when I have to go to battle and I'm not energetically wise or mentally in alignment to be speaking at that time, or I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, at that point. Then I haven't felt like I've been called to do so, so I don't. Whether that takes this time, much time, or that much time, because I'm on it. I collect from the Most High. My journey is to really truly have nothing but faith in the Most High God that He will provide all the needs necessary as long as I do what I am commanded to do, and that is expose these demonic entities that body hop and body snatch and even use us channelers from time to time by tricking us with demonic spirits, which this is one of the battles that we just went over, because we had to be able to see that even a spirit coming in as an ancestor or a passed over loved one could be a trickery of the evil, and you allowing it to use your vessel when you wondering why you doing this and behaving this way and that way, and you're so emotional and this and that, and you can't come up out of this storm. And that was just a challenge for us to realize and see how these demonic entities can even use us from time to time because we'll be inviting them in by channeling for our ancestors and things like that. So, anyway, that was a confirmation. My phone just buzzed. Okay, so this spirit acts nonchalant, or like it doesn't care, it doesn't acknowledge anything, or anything that you've experienced by his hands, okay? Underhanded, covert, narcissistic abuse emotionally, okay? Setting up scenarios for you to get harmed behind the scenes by those that are closest to you. And it's kind of hard for you to explain to everybody that all these people are participating because it is a demonic entity and they are all teaming up together to make you seem like the liar. So the only way you can fight back is to use your trumpet to expose the behavior of this entity that takes possession or has taken possession of those people around you and use them in ways to punish you, okay? While withholding from you and giving to the enemy and keeping people away from you while being the only ones around you. So, but you guys are about to switch up that energy, okay? You about to step outside, okay? Because everyone has taken this game. They were playing way too far on with the expense of your heart, okay? So I'm gonna pull some tarot just off of that little small part of it, and then I'm gonna go back. Then I'm gonna click in with this group of masculine men and their plots, okay, on the divine feminine energy as well. But we're gonna pull on this right now and see where it leads us. So basically, what we were discussing was that Gillian is done made his demands. I reported that. You guys have to the 27th. Um, some of you, because some of you all just head to the third quarter. That's plenty of your business. I had to mix it with it, make sure I do not forget that. Okay. But yeah, this spirit entity that we're exposing is a narcissistic spirit. It's one of the strongest ones because it inhabits those that you love the most, those that are closest to you, and it abuses you for a long time, over a period of time, before you can even really recognize the constant toxic cycle that you continue to go through, and all the relationships and all the things you build, and this entity takes over, steps right into your shoes, okay? Or it tries to, but this is over with. Yeah, spirit is saying, look, they fucked. Wanna be could never, and what broke and brokenhearted. Yeah, this spirit is brokenhearted because this did not work. This skin-walking entity is not able to thrive anymore off of your sacral chakra and your root chakra energy, okay? It was used to test you, to wake up the dragon, okay? To wake up your divine beast, okay? Mine just so happened to be a dragon, okay? And ours, the body is a dragon. From the north to the south node, the both of the lunar nodes just opposite, but they work in tangent together, okay? Just like the moon. I mean, is it like the sun and the moon or something? They do a sedonical dance, but it's just doing it this way instead of it's doing it vertically instead of sidereal. Okay, so there's something here about some down low bisexuals. Okay, so that's go ahead. That's disgusting. Okay. Spirit is saying some of you guys may have to go get yourself checked up in the collective, okay, because they did try to throw something your way. But it won't be nothing that you can't heal from, okay? But no, they're not to engage with the spirit anymore. There could be an informant in this down low disgusting group, okay? And spirit is upgrading you as at this time, okay? As if you were the last man or woman on earth. All right, so because we pulled this download bisexual card here, before I read the download that goes into it, this whole story about this demonic entity is a download bisexual man, and I did not give that part of it because I was going to tell that part in that part of the reading, but the card came out, so therefore spirit wants me to talk about it now, and that's what I'm going to do. because I love to read and I love to talk to the collective. And I'm going to start talking to you guys more often rather than expressing my ideas to other people while they take my information and talk about it as if it was their own. Okay. And use my lingo as if they came up with it. No, no, no. We're not going to do that. Okay. There could be a King of Wands here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that took some type of disgusting action when it comes to having some type of down low bisexual situation. Yeah, look, that's the motherfucking truth. Okay. Yeah, yeah, you're getting truth and clarity where this person had people confused. Now they're fighting because somebody is knows about this. That could be the informant card. That this might have source. Somebody's rushing in to inform you guys about something that they know so that you can move to calmer waters and be upgraded and birth these new ideas and passion that you have, okay? And taking a different path and making a decision finally to go ahead and move on from this betrayal. This seems to be never ending cycle. But yeah, this whole download which started and it's insane because it definitely has something touches home here. But we're gonna talk about it like a download, okay? Since it came out. And so people don't think I'm just making up stuff or making up cards or whatever, what have you. And I don't care if it's 5 people came through, somebody's gonna come back and watch this video. And they're going to see this and they're going to resonate. So any spirit that is trying to bind or hold back the collective from coming in and seeing this message so that it may help them, okay, before it or to know to be able to identify such a spirit. So if they don't have a soul in the world around them that can confirm it for, may this video be confirmation for them, okay? Because that's the reason why I do it, and also to give myself some type of solace or feel vindicated in some type of way, okay? Until I know my God's wrath is coming through and it prevents me from trying to seek judgment for myself or vengeance for myself. Sometimes I can get lost in the justice of my situation and I could be already receiving justice, but I'm not enjoying it because I'm thinking about what's supposed to be happening over there and that's not none of my business. Okay, so what's happening to the person that did me harm, rather, not just like any random person, y'all. Now, come on now. My back is itching, y'all, so I'm gonna scratch it. Anyhow, so I want to pick another deck just so I can see what else we get with this DL bisexual card. Okay, somebody could be down low and they bisexual, like both sexes, but don't nobody know that. That's a secret. They in the closet. Okay, and this is in you guys' energy, so this could have been a friend, this could have been a lover, this could have been a family member. Okay, yes, you guys are hearing the collective thought, so yeah, this is in your energy. Okay, and I'm hearing you this thought right now. Okay, from the collective, there is definitely a passionate down low bisexual relationship going on right now. Yeah, some real burning love, okay? Children of unsuccessful rebellion. These people rebelled, okay, and unsuccessfully because they disturbed your peace. Using you as a pond, okay? Yeah, Spirit says somebody that you should have been watching out for that was smiling in your face, okay? One more. Yeah, but Spirit is putting an end to this deception. Okay, this deception is coming to an end. You guys are stop. You guys have stopped trying to control the truth and are practicing allowing the truth to come to you naturally, and let the truth unfold as the Most High God wants it to unfold. Yeah, because these people could have had something to do with your identity being sold. Yeah, there's children of unsuccessful. Yeah, they were all into it together. Okay, this group of masculines. Let me tell y'all the download now. Since we got some cards that surrounded this download about sexual masculine, which gives me extra confirmation. With this, we all were in on it together. They were smiling in your face. Okay. Um, we love everybody around here. Okay. Period. What goes on in somebody else's bedroom ain't nobody business. That's T. Okay. First of all. So first of all, we're not prejudiced, but when you go to bringing that type of drama into somebody's life, or you set them up with lies using the community because you know that they are a community that will go to war when an injustice is being done to somebody else in the community, and you use that force to try to attack somebody that based off of lies. That's some fucked up stuff, and I don't care. So where's the download? Here we go. um Look, the first thing I wrote was that no, that was not. But I first thing I pulled up to was a lot of people work together to keep you stuck, yeah, in this cycle of abuse, and so that they can keep a cover up going, make it all about you. Okay, and was a group of DL men who refused to give you your shit. Where's my money, honey? Where's my money? Okay, a group of DL men that targeted me, okay, you collective, um, because I was calling out these masculines, okay, before you understood what the beef was even about. You even didn't even know you were calling these people out, but they were playing with your sacral energy and ciphering your energy. So therefore, you started to expose what was going on in your energy. You didn't know who it was coming from. At first, you was trying to pinpoint where the energy, who was the person, but you realize the spirit and the entity can jump from person to person until they can find a host that it can truly inhabit, okay, and truly stay there and run voluntarily without having to trick that person. That person is well aware of what's going on. That's how it can stay there longer. When you unaware, it keeps having to jump from person to person, which it doesn't seem consistent, and that person seems off. Okay, so if that makes any sense to you spiritually. Okay, so anyway, these people, this group of people, men, they don't want people to know that they DL. They have wives and family. Okay, so my whole thing is they use the LGBT community at their advantage to keep their families together while crying to the LGBT community that they were being mistreated or blackmailed or done some type of injustice, to use their force or their power to attack a woman, a divine feminine energy who was already out here orphaned by themselves. It was a sick plan here, okay, and also to keep this money, okay, because her ex was a part of this group of download brothers. Okay, these men have purposely attached themselves to people in every part of your life, including getting to relationships with your family and friends. Yeah, like you think that your sister or your brother just met Sally Sue or Tommy Joe, and they were actually sent in by this group of them men to see if that person was a divine feminine energy, since y'all all of the same blood, okay? Or to be able to be around you and do some of the heinous things that they all work together to do against some of you divine feminine energies, okay? So yeah, and then also taking the time out to set up scenarios to make it seem like the family members were attacking you and vice versa, and then going behind each other's backs and in the heat of moment, recording things and making scenarios, just went out all out of their way. Okay, they gang stalked you. Okay, like I said, they use the LGBT community to cover up this, because there's a lot of layers to this story, but I'm just gonna stay on the surface, try to scratch the surface for right now. okay, to try to get through, okay. They prey on women that are at least 10 to 20 years younger than when they start. They like to start on somebody that's at least a decade or two younger than them, okay, because that's going to be able to mold that person into who they want them to be, and they can just sit there and siphon off that person. Most of the time when you get in your energy siphon, you cannot seem to lose weight for nothing. You can't seem to lose weight for nothing. But when you get to that death and rebirth, baby, after that pain done been caused, you gonna shed that old skin, that weight just gonna fall off. But that's another one sign that energy is being siphoned, is that when you try to lose weight and you know you haven't had weight like that just on you, and you know you're a very active person and it just don't seem to go nowhere. Okay, you know you've been shedding skin, you know you've been letting go of things, because this person is, every time you let go of some burdens, they come and create new ones that you don't even realize that you carrying yet, okay, and you can never seem to get the weight off of you. And the whole thing is to be able to be to a point where you can detach, where that person cannot tap into any one of your chakras, and if you feel it, you can block it right away. Okay, get in some water, whatever you need to do to get yourself back into balance. Okay, and they always go for that root chakra because they want to keep you imbalanced and not grounded. Okay, enough to see clearly, because you need to be grounded in order to be able to stay in the stillness of your mind for over 20 minutes to even get the answers that you're seeking. Because everything you seeking outside of yourself, you're still not going to find the exact answer you're looking for, because the answer is in there. And until you find it in here, you're not going to project it outside of yourself. So it's like you're wasting time. I figured that out, okay? Um, it was two main masculines that were the leader of this group, okay? And they all had sexual contact with each other and they wanted to keep the secret. All of these men are men that have money, that women fall at their feet. These are pretty boys, what you say, masculine type energies, okay? Want women to players, okay? Type, like I said, them type, okay, like they dress nice, they stand in the mirror more than you sometimes. They seem to be in a competition with you more than working with you as a partner, okay, because they are very greedy and they look at everybody as an opportunity for them to come up in life, okay, and they will never repay you. Um, Equally. Not that that was what we're looking for, but the fact that they will rise right in front of your face by stepping on your back, by throwing extra weight on your shoulder, and then making it seem like they're more successful than you, and not even throwing you a chicken bone, just a half of it. You got to share the other piece of that chicken bone. Ain't even no meat on it. You see what I'm saying? Not even a piece of gristle, straight bone, and they want you to share that. So, after they done drained everything. So that was for somebody. That right there for somebody. Okay. Um they manipulate, they abuse, okay? They may not physically abuse you at first, but whenever they get you isolated enough and burdened down enough and off to yourself enough and have went behind the scenes and connected themselves to everybody that you associated with, but yet they don't want you in connection to the people that they're associated with in that way. Stop that immediately, because they go behind the scenes and they do things to dismantle your connection, okay? Because they want to be the only person that you can call on, this entity, so that in this group, and inhabit this group of men, okay? They are on the down low. They are masculine men. They have 9 to 5 or businesses, are supposed to be top notch, women falling at their feet, okay? They got the latest Gucci, this and that, the latest cars and houses and all that, and they can get a bitch when hot, when they can't get nothing else, hot water, okay? They don't know, they got somebody to do it. They got one of these pick me's to do it, okay? Pick me, I'll do it. If you let me. Never been my style. I'm not going to force myself somewhere I'm not being welcomed. Where they do that at? Okay. So yeah, some of you were talking about this group of brotherhood of business brothers, okay, that have always had this download activity going on behind the scenes, and we all picked up on it. And why we was picking it up on it is because these people were brothers, family members, nephews, through people that were related to us in our family circle. Okay, they had really infiltrated every part of your life, divine feminine. Okay, it's all fake. Everything was fake. Okay, and deep down, they like some other things. Okay, they are narcissists. They are incapable of giving any real love and affection. That's just, hold on, you guys. Yeah, they're incapable of giving any real love or affection, period. So they really love each other. They really don't like women. They have mommy issues. Okay, something happened that you don't know nothing about. They were broke, and then after that, they got their heart broken by their first love. They got played by the person they married. They got played by their child's mothers or whatever the fuck. And you came along and you were this beautiful angel, but they didn't know you were duality, and God was using them to push you to become your to embrace your dark side so that you can let people know what it really is, because you choose the light, and you are light, and you are love, but you are also darkness, and you are also chaos, and you are also a storm that's brewing and waiting to happen. You know what I mean? So yeah, that they were being used all as pawns. Okay, they have stolen your energy and built empires off of it. Okay, these divine masculine energies. Okay, and they only gave back breadcrumbs to you guys. Okay, while taking care of each other until this entity has been sent back because of the breakthrough that you guys have had. Okay, thanking the Most High, thanking His Son, the Holy Trinity. Okay, thanking your ancestors, thanking yourself. Okay, for being in alignment for the assignment and going through the motions. And like I wrote on Facebook the other day, all of you who decided not to take the devil's deal, God is really about to pave ways and give you all the things that people did some heinous stuff to get. And of course, that's going to cause jealousy. If somebody decided that they was going to give away their manhood for something that God is just going to hand you overnight, and they feel like you didn't work for it, but you went through the storm to have that. These My ears started itching so bad. That means something. Somebody talking about you. I tied it too tight, and that's getting on my nerves. So yeah, but anyway, yes. Whenever you guys come in, this is gonna be all over the place because I ain't been seeing you guys in a while. I'm not gonna go too much longer. I'm gonna put myself at a marker here in just a second so that I can take a breather. But I really want to do some tarot because that's what I love to do. And I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna start doing me more often, like I said last time. But then, of course, everything I say, they go to working. You know what I mean? And so this, like I said, this was the last little level with this particular demonic entity, and we defeated them, you guys. So congratulations to all of us, because this wasn't no easy task at all. So, I know you guys have gotten good news in your life. Something happened, something changed for you in the atmosphere overnight because of your allegiance, and because of your loyalty, and because of your faith, and because you did not accept gifts when you are some of the people that needed those gifts the most. Okay. And that's another reason why you are despised, because of your strength. Okay. That's a superpower all by itself. Um, but anyway, yeah, they let this copycat karmic that want to be you so bad fool them, and they wanted your seat, but they're so weak that they would let a Jezebel take spirit, man or woman, and they would give it all away for sex with a Jezebel spirit. Okay, that they decide to invest in. Okay, and you just come out of a cycle, so they trying to put you back into another cycle again, the same thing over and over. Okay, We already seen the identity theft. Okay, they definitely became obsessed with you. Okay, here. Uh they are very material based. They feel like they was better than you because they had, like I said, the nice cars, everything luxury, this, the money. But that stuff is all superficial when you get down to the nitty gritty of a situation and you don't have any of that stuff. Or that stuff starts to fade away because you going through a cycle of, this ain't your time on the wheel and you didn't prepare like you should for when it wasn't your time to be on top, and you going through some type of financial setback or what have you, whatever your cycle is. My cycle was to go through a path to complete the detachment from 3D material realm. That wasn't everybody's path. Okay, some people was meant to come here and create generational wealth. I came here to reap my generational wealth that my brother already sold. I came to get what belongs to our family already, and we're gonna take it and take it by force. So we've been trying to do it with dignity and pride, and we don't lead with ego and use our sword and our power and our influence and the anointing that the Most High God has given us, okay, to try to bully people, okay, and force them into doing things the exact way that we do them. No, but one thing you're gonna do is respect it. One thing you're gonna do is pay your fee and whatever is required of you, and then you can move about, okay? Because there's certain things that were earned in order for you to cross, and it's certain things you gotta give, okay? And you can like it or not, or you can stay down below. You can keep going down, back down, with the levels you already been on. It's fine with me. I don't care what you do. That's not my problem. But as the Most High God loves you, as my brother loves you, as I have grown to kind of like you, um, I would really wish that you would consider, these things that we are discussing here at this time. Okay, so was a group of men that have targeted you. They RDL. They like transgenders, okay? They like that's what they do. They make money. Their wives don't say a word because they driving the fancy car. They living in the house. And this particular group of men, they target women with divine feminine energy, such as yourself. A lot of them are colorists, okay, and very superficial, okay, very superficial. Some of these ladies are very beautiful, okay, of the two spirited what's the name, and they believed some of these masculines when they were saying that these hoes was blackmailing them. Because a lot of times hoes will do that. But they weren't dealing with hoes. They were dealing with actual women that had dignity and pride. And if they would have just been honest, women that were really their friends and really cared about them, and if they would have just been honest, would never judge them, we'll want them to see them happy regardless whether or not it was with them or not. That's the kind of love I got. I don't know about nobody else. I just don't have that type of love. I can't be with 10 people. If I got 10 exes, I don't be with 10 exes, but I still want to be cool with them. But I can't stand to see them happy, even if they doing better than they did when they ever was with me. The fuck sense do that make? That's not real love in my eyes or in my sense. So, but anyway, let's break down some tarot. Let's get some energy. Let's do what we do over here in Palladia, because I rock this. This is what I do in my sleep. Okay. Can't nobody sit here and take what the Most High God has put in you. We are laying some shit to rest right now. We rest and recuperated. We are rejuvenated, and we laying some shit to rest. But what else you want us to know here? Yeah, and that shit we laying to rest is about to cause a tower. It's about to bring the house down. Something we lay into rest is about to bring the tower, Scorpio, Libra energy. Yeah, okay. So something that you want to lay to rest with your sword, okay? Using your intelligence, you laying that to rest, okay? Using whether you're going into meditation and reaching out to the brothers or you speaking it right here, you laying something to rest that's going to blow up, that's going to put you in a boss position, energy, a leadership position. Because guess what? You're leading yourself now. You stepping back into your energy. You're taking charge, okay? Taking action. The Queen King of Wands. You are a natural born leader. Okay, you got your eyes on the prize. You're focused, and you saying whatever you need to do in order to overcome and be victorious. Okay, and you're going to be successful. Okay, but something that you're going to let rest um, it's going to cause a tower, or it's going to cause something to blow up in your life that's going to put you into a leadership position, a boss position here, the head of your own family, whatever, however that is, however that resonates in your life. And it's no coincidence that I decided to throw on a red t-shirt. Okay, and this boss energy is coming out because I'm talking to a lot of bosses here. Okay, and we need what we need, our flowers. You know, your girl be needing y'all help sometime, and you be like, dang, y'all don't even think your girl need 10 cents because you feel like I always get it to have it together, which I most of the time I always do, but still, it would be nice to see that you be like, dang, girl, you know. But hey, it's not required of you. But oh, it is required of some of you. When y'all with this palladium message that Gillian gave y'all know which ones y'all are brothers. Okay. But yeah, you guys are gonna be getting the guidance you need to move the calmer waters. Okay, you took the actions necessary. You stood up, you bossed up, you laid something to rest. Okay, you shut that shit down, whatever it was, whatever that situation was, and it made you feel powerful. It put you back in your own energy. Okay, because you a boss without it. So just so that's why your energy is so intimidating. Cause you don't need them dollar bills, y'all, to stand in that energy, even though they belong to you and you want them, and you're gonna get them. Okay, yeah, you guys may not know exactly where you're going, but you have made a decision that you will be moving forward. Okay, and that away from any heartbreaking betrayal, you leaving that behind. You're no longer gonna be carrying that with you. Okay, heartbreak, betrayal. Okay, all this stuff in the past, you leaving that stuff out in the cold. It's no sense in taking that with, bringing that along with you, dragging that along with you. Okay, you have overcome. You have spoken your truth. You have taken the right actions here. You have been a boss. You have been a leader in your own situation. So before you can lead anyone else, you got to be able to lead oneself. Okay, and you guys have stood in those shoes and done that. And when you felt like you couldn't, you fell back. Okay, because we truly want what's best for us as a whole. Because as a whole, the stronger we are individual together, the more powerful we are. Okay, because we all add something to the body, no matter what member we are, whether you the hands or whether you the heart, you still are equally important. Okay. And the thing that we need to do, because we are perfect. The body is perfect and the perfect imperfection. So yeah, you moving away into your bliss, happiness. Okay, recreating your own family, starting anew. you know, Knowing what family really is, and that family brings joy, peace, happiness, fills your cup, rejuvenates you when you've gone and done all this work that you needed to do outside of yourself. Okay, this message was kind of all over the place, but that's me, chaotic mother energy. Okay, Nine of Cups. You guys are making your wishes come true. You're waving your wand. It's like, psh, yeah, I'm gonna get that after all this betrayal. Okay, after after you know, right, rising yourself up again. Okay, and you did that with being surrounded by love. You was sparked these new ideas and this creativity that brought you out of um this death, that this heartbreak, that was meant to drag your heart to hell and make you a bitter old cat lady with your beautiful self. I think not. Yeah, you were supposed to be sacrificed. You were supposed to They were supposed to be able to sacrifice you because of this heartbreak, and you just keep dying and being reborn and coming back on a higher level every time. Yeah, because you got the angels that surround you here. Okay, and you always transmit that energy and get a spark of inspiration. Your cup gets filled, the energy always comes right back to you. That's that bullshit that you do. You guys are no longer lost in the seas of betrayal and sorrow. You are taking. being up all night. This is now energy that they are wearing, okay? Some of them, their hair is gray or turning gray, okay? Because they feel stuck, okay? They don't know how to just necessarily come to you and ask you specifically exactly what to do, but they fish around for information. But it's certain things that you are that you may would have told them, but spirit purposely let you leave it out because they don't always tell you the mission. I know I don't get told what I'm being used for until it's almost over or it's completely over, okay? And then I get filled in on what it was, and I'm like, oh, that was pretty cool. But dang, I don't feel so bad about everything I done went through. But like, I'm able to transmute energy so well till it'll be like you erasing my memory because tomorrow I'm genuinely not mad. It's like, did this bitch literally forget that I did XYZ and what I gotta do that shit again? She's not even mad from yesterday. No, that energy got transmuted, you know? So that entity had to learn that about us. And we got skilled while this entity was playing. Now this entity is wreaking havoc in their lives, causing them all kinds of illusions. They having to make a decision here, okay? About they recently got a message that somebody could be getting evicted here. Somebody could be being put out on the road. Yeah, having to move with with the Six of Swords. Yeah, this entity is wreaking havoc in their lives now, as it was doing in yours. Okay, but you didn't know nothing about this. They continue to play in your energy. Yeah. See, they continue to do this work. So they don't put themselves in a tower where everything that they have created and built off their energy is going to collapse overnight. This is what they were fighting against. This is what they was betting the last few coins on. Okay, and that is the truth, guys. The source here. They thought they celebrated just a little bit too soon, okay? Yeah. Now they're trying to bring you back into the energy and you done disconnected, okay? No, it's not gonna happen. They're not gonna be able to manipulate you with any lies or anything. You see that shit before it even comes. That's why they don't want to come around you. Cause you reading so heavy right now. Ain't nobody fooling you right now. And the ones that play in your face, hey, they play in your face, okay? Yeah. This your work is gonna bring you the Ten of Pentacles, but this family is in the tower juggling the last bit of that money they took from you, okay, that God is putting back into your life through another source, okay. Yeah, you got this. Yeah, they didn't see that they were gonna be the sacrifice. They didn't see that coming. Well, some of them knew it was coming. Some of them were too naive to know. Okay, they didn't do their research. They were just too busy, too ready to link up with evil and do evil things, and thought they were gonna stop offers from coming into you, and it hasn't stopped nothing. Only made more offers come in quicker because people got to see exactly how skilled you are and how accurate you are with your message, and that is the truth. Okay, even this whole organization, this whole cult group of people, okay, they could be a group of artists here, up to 10 artists, okay, they do something, they are celebrated worldwide. It could be up to 10 of them who were involved in this particular plot against you, divine feminine, and you are getting your justice. Okay, yeah, from their evil collaborations, and they are definitely under judgment. Okay, and my hand has been itching nonstop, so the money is coming. Okay, and you guys are gonna be happy in the freaking sun. Look, in the King of Pentacles. Yes, pregnant with ideas. Pregnant with ideas. Yeah, just pregnant with ideas, y'all. It is on. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna catch up to the timeline that you have quantum leap to. Give it some time. I done ran y'all head through the mud enough right now. But I will be coming back like periodically. I might even come back later on tonight, who knows? And talk to you guys again. I'm gonna go back over to the other channel and try to make some video over there because I do still want to push that channel as well as this one. But I love chatting with you guys over here, and telling y'all the different downloads I got. What I get 5 or 6 at one time. I'm not trying to break it down into 7 videos unless it's necessary that need to be broke down into 7 videos. But if I can tell you and pretty much explain to you most of it, if I need to come back and reiterate some things like on the divine feminine message, where the sacred woman, the sacred divine feminine energy, the daughters of Zion that I call them, okay, that the spirit, one of my spirits are bound to help, okay? They were assigned to help now, okay? So, um, it was saying that, it was saying, what was it saying? Oh yeah, it was saying like you were so sacred to God that like you were hid in these different body types that didn't meet social constructs so that you would be one of the last people that they touched. And only thing you got hurt was your feelings. Okay, and that was a test within itself, but you were so sacred to God that He wouldn't even allow you to be picked to be touched. So you got to think about the power in that when you think about being the rejection that they talk so much about. Think about the protection more than the rejection because you were so sacred to God. He wouldn't even allow it to happen, baby. He made sure He put you, wrapped you up in a piggy blanket and say, please, you definitely ain't gonna pick this one because I hate to end the world tomorrow. I hate to end your world tomorrow. But we could definitely arrange it. Okay? So don't play with me. And brothers, we need to get on those assignments because we ain't fooling nobody, especially the divine feminine energy. And then yeah, you still want to go play costumes and dress up with people. I see. Okay. Alrighty. We all have choices in this world, brothers. We all have choices. But this another one from your sis. She gonna talk her shit. Whether it might make sense today, it might make sense tomorrow, but something in here made sense, okay? Yeah, you're not gonna be the sacrifice. No. You're not the savior. Why they doing all this moon magic, okay? Could be two feminine energies that's really working hard, trying to pull from your sacral chakra. Doing talk. Yeah, look, they're sneaky. Yeah, you the divine feminine energy. Yeah, they're being left out in the Five of Pentacles. This is a last ditch effort. Their health is not good. That is the truth. And they could be getting investigated because of a death. Okay, some type of betrayal here. Okay. And there could be fast communication coming in about it. And people are in deep regret here, juggling the last little bit of their money. Will they even be able to afford a public defender? We'll just have to stay tuned to find out on the next episodes of Palladian News because it's drama, drama, drama. But they continue to play in our energy. So as long as they like to play and we have to get stronger and do this and learn this and that from our adversaries behind the scenes, and then come back out and show them that okay, we just leveled up again. So what we're gonna do next? Let's talk a little bit. Talk the energy, express some more, expose some more. So the more that you recognize it, you can shut it down before it even begins because you're gonna start recognizing the spirit before you look at a motherfucker. Period. Forget what you're looking like as long as you're clean, okay? Because the inside reflects the outside, so you ain't gonna be no dirty person unless you done came from work. And you ain't gonna live filthy, okay? But other than that, we really ain't checking for too much. But that spirit, what that spirit do, because you Jezebel niggas, I'm not gonna call y'all that. Stop these Jezebel karmics, men and women are out of control. The 6 demons are running over, okay, because all that magic under that moon to get these sacred unions is backfiring on these witch bitches, okay? And they are being blocked. And all their lies and manipulation, people are starting to see clearly, okay, that you were always a loving, kind person. See, people expect for a loving, kind person to be acting this type of way. So when they act like me and tell the truth and act erratic, I got to be the bad guy because people don't do that. Yeah, right. Okay, think about that. Sit there and marinate on that. We love you over here in Palladia. We hope you get that 20% crossover. Uh, let me stop. No, that's what Gillian talking about on y'all. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That has nothing to do with me. But Palladians, I'm so proud of us and us going through this, sending that demon back to hell. Yeah, to the people that conjured it. Cause they can't do nothing with us. That's not, you can't do nothing. You can't send nothing to my world. I'm gonna zap it. Okay. And every time you play, we get stronger and stronger. So I'm stopping here at 60 minutes, you guys. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. It won't be longer than it was this last time before, I promise you, because I'm stepping back in my own shoes. Deuces.